Can Florida pull the upset? That's what everybody wants to know. What's up, guys? Welcome to Grant Speaks K's. If you're rocking with you, then you know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button so you never miss out on a video. Big shout out to the Kane Gang, those who go above and beyond to help support the channel. Miami versus Florida. College game day. Miami 3-0. Florida Gators 1-2. Who's going to come up with these victories? Now, I always like to start off my preview and prediction video when it has to deal with my Miami Hurricanes to let you guys know I love my Miami Hurricanes. So it's hard for me to pick against them. But I will try to put my bias to the side to tell you why I think Miami will defeat Florida, because I do think Miami will beat Florida. I think the game's going to be closer than a lot of people think, but I am picking Miami to beat Florida. Now, with that said, if you're a Florida Gator fan, if you are the Florida Gators, this is your best chance to win this game. This is how I like to look at the matchups. If Florida's going to beat Miami, what is their best way? Well, first of all, the defense, they have to do what they've been able to do. Now, their defense hasn't been getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, but what they've been doing is keeping everything in front of them. Somebody texted me. Keeping everything in front of them and running to the ball and making plays and not allowing a lot of points. When you look at LIU was a shutout. South Florida, what they scored like 18 points. And then LSU scored 20 points. One of those was a pick six. So as much as I love to clown on Florida, they're not just this team that's just going to sit back and say, okay, Miami, beat us down. Now, a lot of their fans would love for that to happen because they're tired of Billy. They want Billy up out of there. But I think because of Florida defense, they have a chance, right? So defense, continue to do what you've been doing and hope that you can get a couple stops versus Miami. Offensively, what Florida should do is feature their best player, which is Jaden Baugh. If they want to beat Miami, Jaden Baugh has to be all over this game plan. It cannot be DJ Lagway, VB3, y'all go out there and try to put on an aerial attack. What they got to do is they got to say no matter what happens, no matter what goes on, we're going to run the ball. Their offensive line is good. They have All-Americans on their offensive line. So Florida Gators, run behind your offensive line. See if they can hold up against Mesidor, against Bain. That's going to be tough. But I would trust the ball in Jaden Baugh's hands more than I would DJ Lagway. Because you know what helps a young quarterback is dump off pass here, dump off pass there in a good running game. And once you get the running game started, then I would take shots at Miami's cornerbacks. Now, my guy, O.J. Federico, he's done what he has played well, but he's given up a catch to Fields in the Notre Dame game, and he gave up a catch in the South Florida game. So if you're going to get your young quarterback back on track, feature your running back, and then just throw the go routes and pray your wide receivers can win 50-50 balls. That's your best chance. And hope Carson Beck throws some turnovers. But here's why I think Miami's going to win. I believe when you look at position from coach down to the assistants, Miami is the better team, better program. When you look at the offensive and defensive line, I give Miami the advantage. I think when you have a quarterback like Carson Beck, who has never lost to the Florida Gators, he's going to be able to, with the weapons that he has, Malachi Tony, C.J. Daniels, Josh Moore, what you have to pick, what are you going to do? Right? Because if you can't get pressure on Carson Beck, your guys can't guard forever on man-to-man. And if you try to run zone against a veteran like Carson Beck, he's going to slice and dice you. And then what I like about what Miami has been doing is, yeah, they're going to feed Fletcher. They're going to feed Marty Brown. Jordan Lyle, we don't know what's his status. But what they'll do is they'll run, maybe get a first down, maybe get a big yard, then run tempo and try to go deep. That is what I like that Miami has done early on in the season. Is trying to catch the defense off guard. It's something that they added last week is, hey, I know you want to try to stop Mark Fletcher. I know you want to try to stop Marty Brown. But now you got to worry about Carson Beck pulling the ball. Because they threw that little wrinkle in just so you could prepare for it. Just so those edges won't be crashing down. Now, I got to say, when Caleb Banks decided to come back for LSU, I said, man, he sat out the first couple games. He's going to use the LSU game as a tune-up game. And then you're going to get prime Caleb Banks, which can help Florida in their running stopping ability and can help them rush the passer. But unfortunately for them, I believe he's having surgery and he won't be able to play. So I see this game being close. I see in Florida trying to run the ball a little bit. I think Florida will stall Miami every now and then, but ultimately Miami will pull away. Miami wins this game, and let's see. I say by at least 10 points. Miami gets the dub. Bain, Mesidor, Moulton, Lightfoot. If Florida tries to get one-dimensional, things could get ugly. Because that is what Miami did to Notre Dame. They made them one-dimensional, and then at the end of the game, you got to see Ruben Bain and Akeem Mesidor go hunt. South Florida, they couldn't run the ball. So you got to see them boys go hunt. So Heatherman's plan, stop the run first, make a team one-dimensional. They have been able to do that, and they've done well. And I think that's what they're going to try to do with Florida. So I think Miami wins this game. Let me know what you guys think. Give me your predictions. I'm out. Peace.